Okay, here's my idea. I cut this piece of wood and I have these two shelf brackets, and I am going to attach them to each side, some glue and some nails, and then I have this picture holder that I thrifted for $2.99 that I am then going to attach to the back. So it'll be like that. And then use these as the feet, and it will be like a small bookshelf, a small shelf to hold decor. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can do that. After I cut my wood, I used my Kreg jig and made 4 pocket holes on the bottom side of the wood. You could also use nails or screws, but this was quicker and easier for me to do. Next, I used wood glue and screws to attach it together and gave it a quick sand. I needed to fill in the spaces on the back where the hanging hardware was, so I used a couple of pieces of a square dowel and glued them into place, then glued my new wood feet on. I used wood glue and hot glue to glue the feet on. Next, I gave it a couple of coats of paint. To attach the metal picture rack, I used some E6000 and plastic cable staples. I then painted the staples black so that they would blend in better with the metal frame. To finish it, I gave it a coat of antiquing wax, and I really like how this turned out. The board is about 9.5 inches deep, and I cut it about 24 inches wide. For my second project, I'm going to upcycle this tea tin. I wanted it to have a little texture, so I gave it a light coat of stone texture spray paint. Next, I gave it a coat of black spray paint to cover the printing on the tin, and then I gave it a final coat of gray paint. I wanted to add a wire handle, so I used my small crocodile to punch holes in the sides of my can. I then used DIY brand liquid patina to decoupage a pumpkin image onto the front of the can. I got this image on Etsy. I'll have the name of the shop in the description box, but you can also find free pumpkin images on the Graphics Fairy website. After my decoupage was dry, I used a two-step crackle finish over the top of the image. You put on step 1, let it dry, and then you put on step 2. When step 2 was dry, I applied antiquing wax over the entire tin. To make the handle, I used a piece of wire, 2 wood beads, and a small piece of a spindle that I drilled a hole through. You could also use a wood spool or a piece of a dowel for this, or just leave the handle off altogether. To finish it, I added some floral foam, moss, and some fall flowers. For my final project, I'm going to give this picture I got from the thrift store a makeover. I'm not fond of the frame or the color of the mat, so I'm going to change those. I'm going to start by taking this barnwood frame that I already had and adding antiquing wax to darken the wood. Next, I'm going to cut a new mat for the picture. The reason I'm cutting my own mat is because the inside dimension of my picture is not a standard size, so I couldn't buy a pre-cut mat. You can have a mat cut at the craft store, but I already had the mat board cutter, so I opted to do that. The cutter is basically just a razor blade that's on an angle to give you a slanted cut. My blade was a little dull, so I did have to make 2 passes, which isn't ideal, but it worked out in the end. To finish the project, I just reassembled everything, and I like the darker frame with the green mat so much better than the orangey brown one that it came with. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.